Hello, this is Tomomi from Carifly. Hello, this is Tomomi from Carifly. I'm so sorry for being late as the technical issue. Let me wait for you to join the next 5 minutes. Hello, thank you very much for waiting. And I'm so sorry for the technical issue. This is Tomomi from Curifly, and today I will explain about the examples of N5 exams, and also I will give you some tips about it. Please give me about 15 to 20 minutes. I hope you will enjoy it. If you haven't subscribed our YouTube channel, please subscribe it. And also, if you have any questions during this streaming, please leave the message on or comment on the chat. Okay. Thank you very much. So let's begin from some examples. Do you see this? JLPT website? This website is official website of JLPT, and if you see this column, 問題例, you can see some examples of each level of JLPT test. This time, let's see the examples of N5 together. So basically, JLPT test is a Japanese language test to measure your Japanese language ability. No speaking, but reading and listening. The parts are separated in 3 parts. First one is about the vocabulary and grammar part. The second part is grammar part, but a little bit more like reading, a little bit longer text. And the third part is listening. So let's start from the first one. Oh, you cannot see anything? Sorry about that. Let me find on. Okay. How about this? I hope you see it right now. Is it visible? I hope it is. Okay, so I will go forward, so please check it out. Yes, thank you very much. Sorry about that. So the first one is again grammar and vocabulary, and second one is a little reading part, and the third one is listening. So there is no speaking and no writing. You can just select the right answers. So the first one, let's say アンドーバーの言葉はひらがなでどう書きますか？ 1、2、3、4から一番いいものを一つ選んでください。So, the question is how you write down the Underbird word, basically kanji, in hiragana. Please pick the right one from the selection of option 1, 2, 3, 4. which one do you think the answer? The answer is the first one. So let me explain a little bit. So this question was asking if you understand clearly about 新しい this vocabulary. So 新しい the correct one is the first one, and the second one is 新しい sounds a little different, right? 新しい and third one, this is kind of like very tricky. 新しい ta and la's place is switched. And fourth one, 新しい it's the trick, it's close to the second one. So when you see kanji word, please check if we have these like da sounds or not. This is kind of tricky one. And second one, underverb の言葉はどう書きますか ?1、2、3、4から一番いいものを一つ選んでください。So it's asking, please, how do you write the word of underbird? Please select the best option from 1, 2, 3, 4. あのホテルは有名です。あのホテルは有名です。So this time you need to convert hiragana into katakana. The tricky part is how to write te and how to write ru. La and te are very similar, and ru and ha are very similar. So to trick you with these two words, this question was made. So do you know which one is the correct one? It's this. Hotel. So ho is okay, right? Every single one is the same. So the different one is te and ru. So first find te, write te. First one and third one, they are la. Do you see the difference of la and te? So you need to recognize te and la first, and just skip first and third. And then now you have option 2 and 4. And you need to find ru. For ru, you need to write a little bit up and finish. So 4 is the wrong answer. It will be 2. So if you see the words one by one, you can get the right answer. Third one. 括弧に何を入れますか ?1、2、3、4から一番いいものを一つ選んでください。So the question is, what would you put in the blank? Please pick the best one from 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So the hint is this picture. You see a guy who is playing guitar and maybe singing also. And then the next to him, a poor boy is trying to study, but maybe he cannot because of this guitar. So, you need to describe this situation. Let's read out this sentence. ここは何々です。勉強できません。Okay? ここはなんちゃらです。勉強できません。So, the last part is complete the sentence. 勉強できません。I cannot study. And then you need to pick up the reason for not being able to study. The first option is 暗い. It's dark. Second option is 寒い. It's cold. Third option is noisy. うるさい. Fourth option is 危ない. Dangerous. Which one do you think the most according one? It's うるさい. So, if you think about the correctness of the sentence, you can put actually everything. ここは暗いです。ここは寒いです。ここは危ないです。These sentences are all correct grammatically in Japanese, but you need to describe the situation of the picture and then select the right answer. Next one. 下線の文と大体同じ意味の文があります。1234から一番いいものを一つ選んでください。The question means there are very similar meaning sentence of this underbird sentence in these 1, 2, 3, 4 options. Please pick one. And then let's read the main sentence. 私はデパートに勤めています。私はデパートに勤めています。So it means私は work 勤めています。at department デパートに。これとほぼ同じような、ものを選びます。So we need to choose the very similar meaning sentence from these 4 options. 1. 私はデパートで買い物をしています。2. 私はデパートで散歩をしています。3. 私はデパートで仕事をしています。4. 私はデパートで休んでいます。So when you take a closer look at these 4 options, 私はデパートで and います. These 3 parts are all common in 4 options. So the only part you need to check is this object part. What you do. 買い物、散歩、仕事、休んで。Which one means 勤める? Do you have any clear answer? 買い物 is shopping. 散歩 is walking around. 仕事 is working. 休んで is take a rest. Remember, 勤めて was work. So means 3 is the best answer. So when you see these kind of questions, if you read every single words of every single sentences from the beginning, it takes a lot of time. So find out the common part and then just ignore those parts and then just take a look at the different part and then make a decision. That's the tip to answer quickly. Next is kind of like grammar and also like reading part. So you need to actually place the words in orders. Let's say カッコに何を入れますか ?1234 から一番いいものを一つ選んでください。So basically these are the same, so you need to pick the best one from 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you need to fill the blank. Okay. 弟は部屋 blank 掃除をしました。弟は部屋掃除をしました。So what will be in the blank? So when you see the sentence, you see しました here. And 掃除をしました。So you have what for this verb. And we have who here. 弟はしました。So we have subject here. So 部屋 should be the object. Then what would be the best answer? が is used for mainly make subject, and we already have subject, so we just skip it. And o looks like, and ni is like to explain the location, or like we use it as to, like the direction. So maybe 弟 clean up the room, so not its direction or some things. And no, this is kind of tricky. No and o are very similar, and you can use for both. So let's say 弟は部屋, but we have o here. 掃除をしました. So we don't use o in a row, so the second option is not the right answer. And in that sense, no. So you can find clue from the questions and take a closer look of the vocabulary and conjunctions, and then find the right answer. Next. 星に入るものはどれですか ?1234 から一番いいものを一つ選んでください。So, this question asks to put the 4 words in order for the blanks, and then select the one which has the mark of the star. So it says this time the third word on the blanks. Okay? And then we have option が、で、取った、海. And let's take a closer look at the question sentence. これは去年私ブランクブランクブランクブランク写真です。Okay, so let's take a closer look about this. So, verb is very easy to place at the very beginning when you have the object. And we have 写真 here. And when we see 4 words, only 撮った relates to 写真. So 撮った goes the very last blank. 撮った写真です。Okay, so これは去年私撮った写真です。So maybe you're describing as this is a picture which I took last year. Okay, and then let's see the other options. We have が、で, and 海. Okay, let's see が then. So here we have 私. And 私 could be subject again. So we can maybe put ga to the first. And then we have de and umi. De is a description of location, and umi could be the location itself. So it could be umi de. And then we can just fill it there. 私が海で撮った写真です。So, which is the third one? 私が海で be second. So it's kind of like a puzzle more than the grammar test. So please place from the word which is easy to place, and then select the one which actually left there. Next. 四角に何を入れますか？文章の意味を考えて1234から一番いいものを一つ選んでください。So this question is, you need to choose words to fill in the blank. And the blank is way down here. By considering about the meaning of the sentences. Okay? I understand that most of you are kind of like feel not very good when you see these long sentences. But if you have a tip to read this out, it'll be more easier. So, let's take a look. Let's read the very beginning, the first sentence, because this is very big clue. It says, ジョンさんとヤンさんは明日自己紹介をします。2人は自己紹介の文章を書きました。So it says, Yan-san and John-san will do a self-introduction tomorrow. Two of them wrote the self-introduction text. So these sentences below should be the self-introduction sentence about John-san and Yan-san. Okay? Then let's take a closer look. But before, I want to see this blank here. So when you see this construction, and remember there are two people here, John-san and Ayan-san, and they're like first paragraph and second paragraph. So it could be John-san's one of them is John-san's self-introduction, and one of them is Yan-san's self-introduction, right? And let's see the first one. はじめまして、John Smith です。So the first paragraph is for John-san, and second paragraph is Yan-san. And for Yan-san's paragraph, we see this red square blank where we need to fill out. So maybe we can just ignore John-san's paragraph, okay? Just skip it. You don't have to read it. And here, the second one. Let's take a closer look. But before take a closer look, let's take a closer look of the options. First one, 寂しくありません. I'm not feeling lonely. Second one, 寂しくありませんでした. I was not feeling lonely. Third one, 寂しくありませんか? Are you feeling lonely? 4. 寂しくありませんでしたか? Were you feeling lonely? So again, when you see these options, you find the common points and then just ignored it, okay? And then in this time, 寂しく are the common things. So, and then ありませ part are all the same. Okay, so let's take a closer look at the very last part. So the first one is ありません, means just denying not not missing, not feeling lonely. ありませんでした。This is the past tense of the first option. Third one, ありませんか. So this is a question of the first one. And the fourth one is the question way of the second one. So let's think about it. You are doing the self-introduction. Do you ask something to somebody? Maybe not. So maybe we can just erase 3 and 4 from the option. It be first or second. Okay, and that's at the very beginning, very first time we can just take a look at the sentence. Okay. Let's say 皆さんこんにちは、ヤンです。Hi, my name is Yang. So you just skip it. The very important sentence is here. The sentence which is included by this included this blank, and then next one. Okay, the before one. 今は学校の近くに姉と住んでいます。The clue is here. 今は. Okay, so we were talking about present tense or past tense. We are just considering which the past tense or present tense. In that sense, we need to find out the clue of the time. Here, you find 今は学校の近くに姉と住んでいます。So, Yan-san is talking about today, present, and then says 姉がいるから because since I have my sister, and then the situation of now, 寂しくありません. So it will be first one. So when you see these long sentences, many of you start to try reading it from the very beginning to the end in the very beginning, but it's a waste of time. So please just read the very first sentence, and then check the structure of the text, and then see the options and find out how they are, how the structures are, and then find the clue from the text, and you can find the right answer. Okay, next one. 次の文を読んで質問に答えてください。答えは1234から一番いいものを一つ選んでください。So you need to read out the text below, and you need to answer the questions. Okay. For this type of questions, before you read the text, please read the question. Because without knowing the point to read out, it will be wasting of time again, and it will make you confused. This time, 質問, the question is, 先生はいつ時間がありますか? 先生はいつ時間がありますか? When teacher is free. Okay? And then we have 4 options. First, 今週 this week. 2. 土曜日 Saturday. 3. 日曜日 Sunday. And 4. 月曜日 Monday. Okay. And then the very first time you can read this text. Check. 先生がアンナさんに手紙を書きました. This is very important. Who wrote this text to who? 先生がアンナさんに手紙を書きました. So the writer is 先生. Okay? And then we need to figure out when 先生 is free. Okay? Then let's take a look. 今週は仕事がたくさんあります. 土曜日と日曜日も忙しいです。来週の月曜日に来てください。Do you see? 今週は仕事がたくさんあります。It means I have a lot of work this week. So, the first option goes away. And then, 来週土曜日と日曜日も忙しいです。So, busy for Saturday and Sunday. So, second and third option will go. 来週の月曜日に来てください。It will be Monday, 月曜日。The tricky part is that the sensei mentions about 来週 and 今週. So it makes you confused, but just ignore those things quietly and then calmly and find the right one. Okay? And next, you can see a lot of hiragana. It's really complicated. If you know a lot of kanji, it will look much more clearer. But here and 4 and 5, we have a lot of hiragana. So let's take a closer look. So let's see. 次の文を読んで質問に答えてください。答えは1234から一番いいものを一つ選んでください。So again, you need to find the right answer from 1, 2, 3, 4 option by reading the text. And again, we have the question below the text. First, let's read the text. Read the question. ヤンさんは今日どこへ行きますか？ヤンさん、今日、today、どこへ、where、行きますか？ Go. So we need to find out the place where Yan-san goes today. And we have options here. 肉や魚や郵便局。パンや薬や郵便局。病院花や酒屋。病院肉やパン屋。So let's see. The first one and second one have 郵便局. And third one and fourth one have 病院 in common. So if we read from the beginning and see that no mention about 郵便局 or 病院 and we only have two options, so it's nice. Okay, let's take a closer look about the text. ヤンさんの家は町の中の便利なところにあります。隣にパン屋があります。前は花屋で花屋の隣は魚屋です。近くに薬と肉屋もあります。郵便局と病院もあります。So do you realize that these first three sentences just mention about the location where those places are? And it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't do anything about with this question that we need to answer, because we need to answer where Yan-san goes today, and we don't have to know where the places are. So just ignore, or just you will maybe read it through it, but you don't have to just go back and read again. So let's go to the next one. 今日の夕方、ヤンさんの友達が遊びに来ます。今日の夕方、ヤンさんの友達が遊びに来ます。So this evening, Yan-san's friend will come visit. Yes, okay, so this is the reason, so we don't have to remember about this. Then let's go. And Yan-san は鶏肉の料理と魚の料理を作ります。Okay, so Yan-san will cook chicken and fish dishes. 冷蔵庫の中に鶏肉と魚がありませんから、ヤンさんはこれから買い物に出かけます。So this is a clue. So you don't have to worry about 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 and a half sentences. Let's see. 冷蔵庫の中に鶏肉と魚がありません。So, Yan-san needs to cook the dishes of chicken and fish, but doesn't have fish and chicken in the refrigerator. ありませんから。So when you shop something that you don't have. So that means 鶏肉と魚 Yan-san needs to buy. Okay? And then Let's see. それから郵便局へ行って切手を買います。Just mention directly. 郵便局へ行って切手を買います。So, we couldn't find 病院 hospital. So just skip 3 and 4. And now let's take a closer look at the first one and second one. 肉や魚や郵便局 Looks nice. パンや薬や郵便局 Did he mention any of bread or medicine? Maybe one. Okay. So when you see the text, you don't have to try read all the sentences and remember. Just focus on what you need to answer. The last one on the grammar. Whew. So this is a little tricky, so I hope you can find it. Okay. So, but okay. So let me show. The click. Okay, do you see this? This chart? So if you see this question, you see the text here. 下の表は電車の時間とバスの時間です。次の文を読んで質問に答えてください。答えは1、2、3、4から一番もの一つ選んでください。So again, you need to choose the best answer from 1, 2, 3, 4 options. And then this time, we see the information of the train and bus. Okay, and don't forget. Question first. 質問。電車はどれに乗りますか？電車はどれに乗りますか？ First one, 富士1, 桜1, 富士3, 桜3. Okay, so we need to figure out the right train to take. Okay, so we can just ignore buses. Let's see. 明日、いちご山へ行きます。So you need to go to いちご山。東京駅から中川駅まで電車で行って、中川駅からいちご山までバスで行きます。From Tokyo Station to Nakagawa Station, you will take train. And then from Nakagawa Station to Ichigoyama, you will go take a bus. いちご山に午前11時頃着きたいです。You want to get to Ichigoyama around 11 o'clock. そして電車は安い方がいいです。And it's better to have cheaper train. Okay? So remember, you want to get to Ichigoyama around 11. So when you see this chart, you see 電車の時間 and バスの時間. So we need to calculate from the time when we want to get to the Ichigoyama. So let's say by 11, right? So Ichigoyama 11. So to get to Ichigoyama by 11, we need to get a bus at the Nakagawa station, Nakagawa Eki, at 10:30. Takes only 30 minutes. It's nice. That means you have to take train from Tokyo Eki to Nakagawa Eki, and you have to be there by 10:30. You need to find out the trains which will let you there, let you be at Nakagawa Eki by 10:30. So let's see, we have Fuji 1, Sakura 1, Fuji 3, Sakura 3, and then Fuji 3, Sakura 3, both pass 11 when you get to Nakagawa Eki, so we can just skip it. So let's consider Fuji 1 and Sakura 1. Fuji 1, yes, let you be at Nakagawa Eki at 10:20 and Sakura 10:10. So both trains are available. So when you go back to the text and you see the very last sentence, 電車は安い方がいいです。Okay? Then maybe you will realize they mention about the fee, transportation fee, and お金 is money, so it explains how much it cost. So Fuji is 3,000 yen, Sakura is 5,000 yen. So Fuji is cheaper than Sakura. So maybe we want to take Fuji. In that sense, let's go back to the option and here. This is very easy, isn't it? Okay. Let's go. So the last part, or listening, I will speak up, so please listen it and find out the solution. Okay? この問題では、はじめに質問を聞いてください。それから話を聞いて、問題用紙の1から4の中から一番いいものを選んでください。Okay? So you need to listen carefully and understand the question and also the options. Okay? And then you will have this picture. So let me read out the questions. 質問。宿題はどの部分ですか？宿題はどの部分ですか？ So you need to figure out which part is 宿題。宿題 means homework. Okay? Please listen carefully to the things I read out later. Teacher. 今日は20ページまで終わりました。21ページは宿題です。And a student goes, 全部ですか？ Teacher again. いえ、1番だけ宿題です。2番はクラスでします。Did you understand? Please select the part which you have to do as homework. So, if I repeat it again, in the beginning, the teacher says, 今日は20ページまで終わりました。21ページは宿題です。says 21ページは宿題です means maybe the other parts are not 宿題. So we can just delete one as the right answer. And let's see. And the student says 全部ですか? means all of them. And then teacher goes, いえ、1番だけ宿題です。No, only one. 2番はクラスでします。For the second, we will do it in the class. So, when teacher says no for all of them, question. 2 will be not the option. And let's see, third and fourth. 一番だけ宿題です。So only first one is 宿題. So third one is the right answer. Okay. So let's go to the second one. Next one. この問題では、はじめに質問を聞いてください。それから話を聞いて、問題用紙の1から4の中から一番いいものを一つ選んでください。Okay. So, and then you are given this picture. When you see this picture, you have 4 numbers, 4, 3 women, and 1 kid. Okay. And then 1 man is standing in between. So maybe we need to take a closer look at these 4 women. Okay? Question. 田中さんの妹は誰ですか？田中さんの妹は誰ですか？ Who is the sister of Mr. Tanaka? Okay? And then the conversation goes. 2 people are taking a look at this picture and speaking about this. 2人の人がこの写真を見て話をしています。First one. この男の人が田中さんで、その隣の人が田中さんの奥さんです。前にいる女の子は田中さんの子供です。かわいいですね。この帽子をかぶっている人は誰ですか？田中さんの妹さんです。このメガネをかけている人は？そちらは妹さんの友達です。Okay? Did you find it? And you need to find out who is the 田中さん sister. 田中さんの妹は誰ですか？ So let's repeat it again. この男の人が田中さんで means this guy is 田中さん. So the conversation goes focusing on this man. その隣の人が田中さんの奥さんです。Says the woman who is next to 田中さん is 田中さん's wife. Now we have 2 options of 田中さん's wife, 1 or 3. But we don't have to worry about 田中さん's wife here. So just skip it. And then, 前にいる女の子は田中さんの子供です。The girl in front of 田中さん is 田中さん's kid. Okay? We can just ignore two. かわいいですね。この帽子をかぶっている人は誰ですか？ Who is the lady wearing hat? 田中さんの妹さんです。She is his sister. Definitely, yes, this is the answer. So we can just pick 3. The wife is the first one. Okay? Next. この問題では絵を見ながら質問を聞いてください。矢印の人は何と言いますか？ 1 から3の中から一番いいものを選んでください。So, we have a picture here. And then you need to imagine the right words of the person who has this 矢印 mark. Okay? This sign. Question. 友達の辞書を使いたいです。何と言いますか？友達の辞書を使いたいです。何と言いますか？ 1. この辞書ありがとうございました。2. この辞書貸してください。3. この辞書いいですよ。Again the question. 友達の辞書を使いたいです。何と言いますか？ So this person wants to use the dictionary of his friends. When you want to use the others, how you tell? Maybe you would ask them if you may use it or if you can borrow it. Right? So let's find the right answer. この辞書ありがとうございました。This dictionary. So this is words that this person should use after borrowing this dictionary. So this is not the right answer. Second, この辞書貸してください。Please, can I borrow this dictionary? この辞書貸してください。Maybe this is the one. And let's take a closer look at 3. この辞書いいですよ。I recommend this dictionary. Or you can go for it. The third one means a lot of things and it's not very concrete. Let's say this is certification test and it's not a very good idea for the people who makes this test to put the right answer for many abstract question, right? Abstract answer, right? So it would be second. この辞書貸してください。Yay! Okay, thank you very much for giving me time. This is the last one. So, let's see. この問題は絵などがありません。文を聞いて1から3の中から一番いいものを一つ選んでください。Yay, here we don't have number 4 option. We have only 1, 2, 3. We don't have to care about 4. この問題は絵などがありません。So we don't have any visual clue. We have to just listen carefully and find out the right one. Question. お国はどちらですか？ 1. あちらです。2. アメリカです。3. 部屋です。Which one do you think? So, お国はどちらですか？ This question doesn't have any subject. So it's really difficult. But when the other person says, ask you the question of non-subject, it means the subject is you. Where is your? どちらですか is where is. So where is your? お国 is 国 country. So where is your country? Means where are you from? So, but if you actually notice that the subject is you, the only option you can select is second, アメリカです。The first one is あちらです。There. You are there. Doesn't make sense. And then third one is 部屋です。Room. You are in the room. The sentence is okay, the grammar is okay, but you tell the other person that you are in the room. Okay, and the second one is アメリカです。Okay, and here お国は So this person is asking about the country, so アメリカです is the right answer. Okay, Now we have all the answer here. Yay! So these are the examples and explaining by myself. There are a lot of tips to select the right answer. If you forget the grammar at the exam, if you find those clues in the text and the questions, you can find the right answer. And remember, if you have questions below the text, read the question first and then find the answers or clues in the text. Don't start reading the old text, all the things. Okay, so thank you very much for your time, and again, so sorry for making you wait. I won't make it I won't miss it next time, so I hope you will join the next time too. Next time I will give you the invitation or like the post by posting on on LinkedIn. Next time I will do the N4 level explaining. So please join and let's pass the next JLPT test. Have a good night. Bye.